the aerial shots that actually came in a short while back from Prachand, that is also taking part in the fly past.
In Air Force in Vic formation.
And we see these pictures of the majestic fly past.
Commander Ruchit Gaur along with Group Captain Manoj Yadav and Wing Commander Parvinder Singh Chahal as Varuna 2 and 3 flying the Sukhois of 31 Squadron, popularly known as the Lions. The Lions roaring across Kartavya Path today.
वरुण फॉर्मेशन के बाद अगली फॉर्मेशन है भीम, और ये भीम फॉर्मेशन के दृश्य जो हमने रिकॉर्ड किए हैं, ये कॉकपिट से किस तरह दिखता है आकाश और ये फॉर्मेशन शक्ति का प्रतीक.
So this is the prowess of not only Indian Air Force, but this time we see there are 54 different kind of aircrafts which are participating in this air show, and out of which 3 are from France. And we see a synergy between the aircrafts from the Indian Air Force, Army and also Navy. So if I talk to my guest, Major General Sanjay Meston, sir, this kind of synergy that we have been talking about, be it in the terms of theatre commands, and now we are also seeing and witnessing this in the skies. So how do you see this synergy strengthening our forces?
Yeah, absolutely, very valid question, this synergy. See, when I joined the Indian Army, that time there was reluctance by the Air Force to, give the aircrafts to the Indian Army and to the Navy. Especially that time Navy only had Sea King Hepters and Indian Army had only Cheetahs and Chetaks. Now we as an army, we wanted dedicated attack Hepters for us, piloted by our pilots, so that, they understand the ground situation. And so after a lot of reluctance by the Air Force, and I think it was a good decision taken that the Indian Army was finally able to get the dedicated attack Hepters. So what it finally comes down is, see, the 3 services have respective roles. Like today, the marine aircrafts and Sukhois the induction of most of the aircrafts with the Navy, especially when we have 2 aircraft carriers, they have to have a dedicated component of the Navy, and which is actually not happening. So we have the naval pilots who are taking off these aircraft from the ships, etc. Similarly, Air Force has got a deep penetration strike capability with all types of aircrafts. We have just seen so many number of aircrafts. I think you mentioned about 57 aircrafts, different type of aircrafts have been shown. And the Indian Army today also, we are also self-reliant. We have Prachanda and all these kind of attack Hepters with us dedicated. So we know the terrain, especially in close combat in areas of J&K and areas of line of actual control with China. And we understand the terrain because of the various altitude and how the troops actually. So what I am trying to highlight is the synergy has actually been achieved. And now the fact of the matter is that since we are going for theatre commands, all these things show that integration, synergization of the Air Force has been done. And when I say Air Force, it also means the air defense. Air defense is also the types of aircrafts. It also has the ground element. For example, the Indian Army has air defense regiments. The Air Force has air defense aircrafts. Plus they have SAM missiles, etc. So all this synergy is being done. And tomorrow, if there is a war thrust on us from whether the northern front or from the western front, the Indian armed forces, the kind of synergy we have been achieving, and it takes a lot of time, the jointness, I think the results will be very good. And these recent wars, the Russia-Ukraine war, and especially the the Israel and Hamas war, and also the bombings by United States and UK in Yemen against the Houthi rebels, shows that air power synergy is very important, including with the Navy and including with the Army, because our battles will also be on the marine side, on the sea front, and our battles will be also restricted in the land front.
So you are talking about the battle in the sea front, and very recently we saw complex operations being taken up over the Indian Ocean region by the Sukhois and the different aircrafts of the Indian Air Force. If I